Hey everyone, my name's, for people who don't know me, my name's Phil Jones. I run a detailing company called Dagger Detailing. I'm also active member of the Armed Forces. I have a pleasure of being part of the Commando Brotherhood, and so I thought it would be prevalent for me to do a video this week because it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and it's something that has been very close to my heart, and detailing has helped me. And I thought on the channel that has, or should I say the page has grown, and actually I did one last year on Facebook. I started a Facebook page up called Winging It. So if you're on Facebook, I know a lot of people are switching over to Instagram, then have a look at that because I did some videos about my story, and I like to have a chat about it because it brings out other people to chat about things, and I can chat for days. But I wrote a little list, and hopefully you find this interesting and informative, because it's pretty much that's what I like to do. I find it very easy to chat about two things: detailing and general mental health. So a little bit behind my background, and I try and keep this short because I don't want people falling asleep. I want it to be punchy as hell, but I will try and get the information over because I'm learning as I go. Every year I learn something new about myself and about ways of dealing with the mental health and the aftermath. So slightly different, like I said, I'm in the forces full time. Back in 2015, I managed to do what they call the All Arms Commando course, which is pretty much a condensed course for non-Royal Marines. It was something that I'd always wanted to do. It was a massive challenge for me, and I'd struggled to get onto it after quite a few Afghanistan tours. So it was a big thing for me to pass, and I had huge expectations and doubts. After passing the course, I was obviously extremely surprised. It has quite a big failure rate, and I was really proud. What I didn't realise is that I actually I got a condition, and it wasn't a mental health condition. That came later. Actually, my thyroid gave up, so I now ran underactive thyroid. And for people who don't know what underactive thyroid is, it's pretty much your thyroid is a hormonal hub for your body, and therefore without it you do not have any control over your hormones, or theoretically it is reduced massively. Pretty much your body's feedback loop as such is goes completely out of sync, and without the correct hormonal replacements, your body can do all kinds of crazy things. And that's pretty much how I spent the 3 years after that, kind of trying to find what was wrong with me, and therefore battling against mental health, which kind of came later with the hormonal cycle, up and down, mood changes, stuff like that. But all in all, I spent a large amount of my time in quite a deep level of depression. I wasn't aware of it at the time. I just thought I was very sad. And like I said, mine is quite medically background, of a medical background, but at the same time, the mental health side of things was just the same as anyone else. You know, I was really down, really negative, and I was having some pretty terrible thoughts, which I wasn't in control of. And that's the main thing with mental health. You don't feel like you're in control. And it's very scary, and it can take over people's lives. But I've learned a lot, and here we are 6 or 7 years down the line, and I've managed, with the help of my family and friends, to get my life back on track and move forward and do amazing stuff, start business, you know, look at the future. And the main thing I would say is the mental health is about education. It's great that we've got all of this mental health awareness, because we don't live in an era now where when someone says, oh, they're feeling a bit sad, you just turn around and go, yeah, man the hell up. I mean, I come from a background of you know, I surrounded with people who are, what I would say, are mentally tough. The Commander sort of course as general is a mental course. It's not, people think it's physical, but it's mental, okay? Mental strength, or mental testing, should I say, not mental strength, mental testing. Can you do this when you are knackered? Stuff like that. But I know a lot of people who have struggled with mental health, but I would kind of say they are some of the most toughest mental people I know. It's rife in the Special Forces. You're not going to say they aren't flipping tough. You know, Who Dares Wins, the people on TV, a lot of them brought out books to deal with mental health. So the idea that if you've got mental health issues that you are weak-minded is completely wrong, irrelevant. And we're all human beings, and we're all we might well think we're in charge of our kind of brains and our bodies, but actually they're extremely complex. And I've educated myself in that biologically, and, you know, reading about books about biology and about neuroscience and stuff like that. It's simple books, they're not like really big thick books. There's lots of really great books out there, like Chimp Paradox, and bits and bobs like that, which are kind of like non-neuroscience-y books, you know, like not for the PhD kind of doctor, they're for everyone, but to learn about why you're feeling like this, and there's a reason behind it, okay? So obviously going off track already, standard or waffle. So something about like cures, people say like mental health cures. I've kind of come to the understanding now and accepted that there isn't a cure. Much like when you break a bone or stretch or damage a muscle, it's never the same again. You just have to kind of, but it doesn't mean you can't do stuff. It just means you have to find a different way of doing it. And the quicker you accept that, the easier it will be. And just like a broken bone or muscle, you'd go see the physio, or you go see a doctor. If you left it to heal on its own without the proper health, or proper help, should I say, then chances are it's going to not get better properly and probably mend in the wrong way and give you trouble further on down your life. And then the same goes with mental health. I struggled massively at the start to accept that I had any issues, because I thought I was this big, tough commando, done what I wanted, I can do whatever the hell I want. And I just kept trying to go back to the person I was. And that person's dead. You know, I can't go back there because my body is not the same. But I can do so many more things now that I couldn't do when I was that person. I would have never started a business before. So that's, you know, that's an amazing thing. Like, always try and concentrate on the positives. There's always something positive to come out of, something you've gone through, something to learn. What have I got here? So one of the main things that helped me was education. I started watching YouTube podcasts of famous people that I could connect with, people that I found important, their views important. For example, I was hung up pretty badly on that I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. Thyroid affects you massively physically. So for someone who pretty much held myself, that I said I must be the fittest, I must be the strongest, I must, you know, my body didn't want to do that, you know, and the more I pushed, the more it recessed, and then my mental started to go, because I just became down and upset, and then with the hormonal cycle, it was very confusing and very horrible time. But I remember a turning point being I was actually watching Joe Rogan videos, Special Forces guys over there in America talking about how they became depressed and never thought they would be, and, you know, they're going to be badass, and they just crumble, tend to drink and all this kind of stuff. And I think it's quite important to find someone you can relate to, and then, or maybe you what do they call it? You know, you look for answers and see, and there's someone out there from everywhere, whether it be a sports person, anyone. And I think that can really help you, because it doesn't make you feel like you're just, you know, just a loser, you know. What else I forgot to say? Yeah. So surround yourself with listeners, you know, good friends that are going to listen and not tell you kind of what you want to hear, really, you know, just be truthful. And also, like, point you in the right direction, like, use the tools available. I'm not saying it's easy, but believe me, any step is good. Like, I started going to the Mandow meetings in Cornwall. That's kind of like a meeting where the lads get together and have a chat. That was really great. And when I went there, I thought I was going there for help, and I actually found myself helping other people, which made me feel even better. Because initially I was struggling to find something that I could hold on to make me feel better, to make me move forward. I used to distract myself a lot, whether that being playing the Xbox and just wasting my flipping time. And then I thought I was wasting my time, which had another negative effect. I'm still paying stuff off from buying flipping stuff because I thought it'd make me feel better. That was short-lived. Running, I did 2 ultra marathons because I thought, and used to go to the gym for hours and hours and hours, because hurting myself, being in the pain threshold, was where I felt the most alive. But it doesn't last forever. You need to face the problem. Everyone is able to fix the problem or to improve it. No one's alone. Use therapists, even if it takes you like 4 to get a good one. It took me 4 to find the great one. And now, you know, I just ring. Now I don't go see him all the time. I just ring them up if something changes and go have a chat, and I feel great. It's like a defrag of your brain. And that's what, like, I've described my mental health as pretty much a computer with very low RAM. I find it very hard to deal with lots and lots of things, and now and then I just need a good defrag, good disk cleanup, and I normally come back in and I feel knackered, but then I feel great afterwards, you know, because I've got things off your chest. And the thing about mental health is sometimes it raises things to the surface that you wouldn't have dealt with when you didn't have mental health, pretty much, you know, when you hadn't, like, experienced whatever you experienced, you know. So although that might be terrible, that's actually quite good, because sometimes people go through their whole life without discussing stuff that is very important to discuss, and you're walking around with that weight on your flipping shoulders. So what I would say is, although it's negative, it feels negative at the time, at the end there is a shining light, and you know, you can do some amazing things. You can be a better person with the right help. If you do it on your own, the chances are even the physically strongest person won't get through it. Physical strength has nothing to do with mental health, mental strength, nothing. I've seen some of the strongest people fail when it gets to mental stuff. So yeah, don't kind of talk yourself down. What have we got here? YouTube, yeah, sweet. Yeah, so you know, and through all of those things, I came out and I started, you know, Dagger Detailing, and it was because it made me feel good. Detailing cars and giving them back to their owners. This actually came off the back of a meeting, and when I went to a meeting, and I found that actually helping other people was helping me, and the good feeling was lasting longer than just going and buying new clothes or whatever the hell it was. So I thought, what do I like doing? I can't go to a meeting 100% of the day. And I've always been into my detailing. I love my cars, and I love chatting to people about their kind of prides and joys and stuff. I go into meets and get into flipping track days and stuff like that. And I thought, well, I just put it on Facebook and see what happens, and it's blown up. But the main thing I do it, I don't actually do it for the money. I said I would do it. I said if I could do it and afford to just do it, you know, if I was a millionaire or whatever, I would just do it for free, because I'm addicted, or the thing that makes me feel refreshed and calm is, one, being in the zone and knowing what I'm doing, but also giving the car back and getting that kind of thank you back. So in a weird way, I'm helping them, and that's helping me at the same time. You know, and then I suddenly randomly found that, you know, so, and then here I am on whatever trajectory we are in Dagger Detailing, but either way, I'm happy. So, you know, and that's the most important thing, happiness. You know, money, materialistic things, it don't last. It doesn't matter if you haven't got your health. And so, yeah, going forward, I'm on the mend. It's a continuous cycle. I just try and do my best. One of the big things I did was make the choice to go on antidepressants. I always fought it, because I felt that, well, how am I meant to know if I'm better if I'm on a drug that makes me feel better? And I thought it was going to be like caffeine shot, but it's not. The best way I can describe it is, imagine when you're in your mental state or having a bad day, it feels like a massive spike, really sharp spike, you know, real low or real high, real low, real high, real low, or just low, 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 yeah. And the antidepressants just rounds those hills off, so they're not so. You still have bad days. You still have bad days, 100%. They don't cure anything, but they just give you a breather. I describe it as giving my RAM, upping it a bit, you know, giving me my computer more memory to deal with the problems within the day. I'm not like giddy. I don't feel like amazing all the flipping time. I just feel normal, if I'm honest. Nutrition, huge. Fitness, nutrition. Your brain's knackered, so you might as well look after your body. It's also pretty important for like more hormonal kind of cycle. So it's kind of like that double thing, you know, eat well, stay away from all loads of sugars, stay away from too much drink. I would say caffeine, but I sound like a hypocrite because I drink coffee all the time. But I'm working on that. Yeah, that's it. And just surround yourself with good people, family, you know, get yourself a dog. Dog's amazing. Like it's like a hospital dog. I mean, I had Basil before, but absolute legend. Made me feel amazing. And if you learn something, spread it. Get on the internet and have a chat about it. The chances are no one's gonna say anything negative, definitely. I know it's harder with anxiety and stuff that I normally pump myself up with a coffee before I even have a chat. And thank God, what have I done? But yeah, you know, and if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for your children. My main thing is I don't want this affecting my daughter. I want her to know about it. I think it's healthy for her to know about it, and I will talk to her about it when she's old enough. But I don't want me to be this angry, don't want to talk to you, snappy, snappy, snappy kind of person. And that was actually one of the main reasons I took the antidepressants, because I still wasn't happy, but it wasn't about me. It was about what I found more important than my own pride was ensuring that my daughter didn't grow up with a father that she couldn't relate to. And that was extremely important to me. But hopefully this helps. Have a look at Winging It. I'm going to start up a page on Instagram, because I kind of think Instagram's getting bigger than like YouTube, really. And please share this. And yeah, if anyone ever wants to chat, don't be a stranger. You know, I can chat for days. And there's so many really good things out there, and they should be highlighted this week. So I'll put loads of links and stuff like that. I'm in Cornwall, but to as many of the different kind of like helplines and stuff that underneath, okay? But, you know, my name's Phil, and just give us a message. Anyway, you take it easy, people, all right? And be kind to each other, and keep on detailing. Catch you later. Bye.